New details now on a Costa Mesa Eagle Scout who died a month after his family says he was bitten by a rattlesnake in Irvine. His death now raising concerns about snake bites, especially as people are out hiking.
Yeah, NBC4's Hetty Chang live for us in Irvine, where that 25-year-old was mountain biking. Hetty?
Yeah, Michael and Kathy, friends and family of 25-year-old Julian Hernadez says he had been in the ICU for the past month. The coroner's office here in Orange County confirming that he passed away last Wednesday of a possible animal bite. Friends and family sharing photos of Hernadez on Facebook and on this GoFundMe account. They say he was a beloved Eagle Scout from Costa Mesa. The Orange County Fire Authority confirms it responded to Crail Hill for a rattlesnake bite patient on February 1st and that paramedics transported him to the hospital. While doctors can't comment on Julian's case, we did speak with doctors about snake bites. The CDC says about 7,000 to 8,000 people are bitten by venomous snakes every year in the U.S., but deadly bites, it says, are extremely rare, with about 5 people dying from snake bites every year.
If this happens to you, you need to, number one, get help right away. That is the most important thing. So call 911 or get to the emergency room as quickly as you can, because the definitive treatment for a snake bite is anti-venom. What other things can you do about this? One, I would say try to remain calm. Try to slow down your breathing and your heart rate to slow the spread of the venom.
At the trail where Hernadez was biking, we saw several warning signs, including one about rattlesnakes. Experts say while snakes become highly active during hot weather, they often come out only during dawn or dusk, and that's also when people are out here on hot days like this. You heard from the doctor things that you should do if you ever get bitten by a poisonous snake. There's also things that you shouldn't do, and we'll have more on that part of the story coming up at 6 o'clock. We're live in Irvine. Hetty Chang, NBC4 News.
Hetty, thank you so much. We're going to take you outside right now, show you the view. This is live from the Cahuenga Pass, and I don't know, it just looks hot out there.
Oh, yeah.
We were outside. It is hot. Meteorologist Melissa McGee, she's now in studio with a look at our steaming first alert forecast here.
Feels much better inside because it certainly was hot. It gets hot in a hurry across our region, and unfortunately, this is an extended period of a lot of heat. So we'll talk about these details. Michael and Kathy show you the picture outside as we're looking live right now at downtown. Beautiful bright blue sky at this hour. A lot of heat, though, today. Currently for the basin coming in at 91 degrees. That's where we're currently sitting. As we go throughout the overnight hours, we've got a mostly clear sky. So here's a nugget of good news as we are tracking an extended period of a lot of heat. Overnight lows will be in the upper 50s and the lower 60s. So you do have a chance to get some overnight recovery from all of this hot air during the day. We've got a light southwesterly wind sustained at about 5 miles per hour. As we head out on our Friday, that should say, sunny across our region. Temperatures once again maxing out in the lower 90s. So looking at these numbers all the way down to the beach, we've got numbers in the lower 90s. 91 degrees there in Long Beach. We've got 93 in Anaheim as we head inland in Van Nuys, the San Fernando Valley, a temperature at 92 and 91 degrees there in San Bernardino. Let's talk about what's ahead as we go throughout the rest of the evening. Look at this number, 6 o'clock this evening, a lot of sunshine, temperature coming in at 85 degrees. 8 o'clock tonight, mostly clear sky in the upper 70s, and then 10 p.m. mostly clear and at 74. That sunset time, 2 minutes shy of 7 o'clock. We'll talk about why conditions are so hot across our region. Satellite and radar showing you it's mostly clear. High pressure is dominating our region, so that air really compresses and heats up at the surface as we tap into that northerly and northeasterly wind across our region. So we've got more of the same on the way tomorrow. Look at these numbers. 94 West Covina, Van Nuys, and at 95. We've got the lower 80s in Victorville. 94, though, west of the mountains in Riverside, and Irvine coming in at 92 degrees. Let's talk about the headlines and what we can anticipate here. We are dealing with March heat, so moderate to locally major heat risk across our region, as it's not just the heat, but the extended period, the length of time we're going to be dealing with temperatures well above average. Remember, we're a good 15 to almost 30 degrees above average over the next few days. So right into next week, Saturday and Sunday, it's not as hot. Temperatures cool down into the 80s as more of an onshore flow takes over. But then that heat comes right back as we head into next week. So some heat safety tips for you. Make sure you keep yourself hydrated. Lots of water over the next few days. Light colored, loose fitted clothing. Limit your time outdoors, especially during the peak heating hours of the day. Seek out the shade or the air conditioning. If you do not have AC, make sure you are running a fan to circulate that air, and check on the young, the elderly, and our pets too. Here's your forecast tomorrow for the basin. Friday in at 91. We've got the lower 80s on the way for the coast. Saturday and Sunday, more of an onshore flow, so we'll start to cool back down a little bit as that ridge of high pressure starts to flatten out. But then once we head into next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, high pressure comes back. We've got numbers in the lower 90s for the basin and the 80s on the way for the coast. Keep in mind, average for us this time of year is 69 degrees, well above that. 93 for the valleys on your Friday, lower 90s for the Inland Empire. We've got 80s on the way Saturday and Sunday. Lower 90s, though, return as we head into next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, even Thursday of next week, with no relief in sight and no moisture headed our way, at least for the next 8 to 14 days. High desert 85. We've got 98 degrees tomorrow for the low desert. You peak to 103, 104 for you next Tuesday, Wednesday. And mountains in the upper 60s right through your weekend, and then you're up into the 70s as we head into next week.